With the new F-16C Pobit arriving to War Thunder, with the confirmation of us getting the anti-radiation missiles at some point this year, and with the confirmation of also getting things like Patriot and other larger missile batteries at some point this year as well, it might be time to see a suppression of enemy air defense game mode. This could be a lot of fun for War Thunder. So if you guys are not too familiar, SEAD stands for Suppression Enemy Air Defense, and this is kind of what the United States did a lot recently, and what they did a lot during wars in the early 2000s. This is where you would fly in enemy aircraft, or not enemy aircraft, for aircraft to then, draw out fire from enemy SAM systems, and then use other aircraft to just take them out. This is called Wild Weasel. This is very cool, and it could be very fun for the game to actually see a game mode so this doesn't just clutter ground RB. Now, I do think the game mode itself would be an interesting one, because you could have players spawn in SAM systems at different spots on the map, could spawn in aircraft to protect the SAM systems, and then you'd have another team that can spawn in helicopters, can spawn in like F-16s with AGM-88 harms, with joint standoff weapons, which we now have in the game. They got confirmed, or they're getting added. All of these cool weaponry, it could be really cool. And Gaijin's actually already tested this. They tested this, I think it was 2 years ago now, with a SEAD game mode. You'd play as either F4Es, AH-1Fs up against S-75 systems protected by MiG-21s. Now, you can actually still technically play this game mode. It is a custom that you could actually get the code for and then install it and play it whenever you want. But I'm saying a standalone, long-lasting game mode, or at least the addition into the already existing game modes. And this already is pretty much confirmed. We were confirmed that we are going to be getting anti-radiation missiles this year. We also were confirmed that they wanted to add larger SAM systems as that came in, so things like Patriot, things like S-300, S-400, etc. And that doesn't necessarily have a place in ground RB. I think the systems we have right now should honestly probably be the max we see in ground realistic battles, because it's getting to a point where helicopters are just utterly useless, depending on the helicopter or what nation it plays for. And enemy or aircraft are already detected right away, from spawning in. So it would need some work if they wanted to add it into ground RB. I do think a new game mode that introduces the Patriot S-400, anti-radiation missiles, to allow things, it's just an additional thing for players to play. I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are down below in the comments. Do you guys think we should see a new SEAD game mode? Do you guys think it should just be added on to already existing game modes? Personally, I think a bit of both. I think Gaijin should add Patriot and S-400 as base air defense in air RB, also in ground RB, or at least for helicopters. I think Gaijin should realistically also add new targets for players in air RB. It'd be really cool to have to carry around a mixed loadout of air-to-air and air-to-ground, because you might have to do CAS missions. How funny would it be that if in the middle of a map there's an S-400 system and a Patriot, depending on what team? That could be a lot of fun for the game. I think new targets for players is something people have been asking for a very, very long time, and I would imagine it's something people will be asking for another very long time, just depending on how Gaijin decides to do it. Anyways, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. If you guys are not already subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button and subscribed. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, and it helps out the channel a lot. Anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.